guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Elle, and today, since we got 20 subscribers, what I will be doing is making a shrimp pesto pizza. Now last time I gave you a sneak peek on what I was going to make, giving you only the recipe to make, but today I'm actually going to make it. So for your ingredients, you'll need 1 bag of giant raw shrimp, simple peel jumbo, and this is where I have it. I already have it in my bowl defrosting. You'll also need 1 jar of pesto. I'm using basil pesto. You'll also need 1 bag of mozzarella cheese. You won't need the entire thing, but just some of it. And you'll need this. I recommend this brand, but you guys can use any type of brand you want, but I'm using the Stonefire original naan bread. And you will also need some of this honey garlic dry rub, and basically it's just seasoning. You'll need garlic and salt. And for your measurements, you'll need 1/4 of garlic and salt, and you'll need 1/2 of the honey garlic dry rub. So then, let's get started. Cut. 2, 1, action. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is set the stove temperature to medium heat. That way, while I can cook the shrimp on the medium heat on the pan. Next, what I'm gonna do is, since I already filled my bowl of shrimp with half of the shrimp and in cold water, I don't have to do that step right now, but you can. Now I'm gonna put I'm gonna put 1 piece of naan bread onto the pan. Okay, I'm going to get my pesto. I'm going to get my pesto and my spoon or butter knife and put it onto the bread. You're going to spread it around. If it's stuck on the spoon, you can just take the edge of your naan bread and scoop it out. Okay, now since I'm done doing that, I'm going to get my shredded cheese and open it. I'm going to grab a handful of cheese and sprinkle it lightly onto the pizza. It's okay if it makes a mess. And if you need a little scoop more, that's okay too. Make sure the cheese is spreaded out. Okay. You're going to cover up the cheese until the entire thing is done. I'm going to set my pizza to the side for now. Since my shrimp is just about fully defrosted, I'm going to pour the water out in the sink. Okay, So once you have drained the water out of your shrimp, like this, you will need to take the shell off of the raw shrimp. Do not cook it yet. And do not eat this. So, as you see here, once you drained the water out of the bowl of shrimp, you will need to take the shells off the shrimp. Do not eat the shrimp though. So when we come back, we'll have a bowl of freshly taken off the shelled shrimp. Okay, so first, now what you're gonna do is pour a little bit of olive oil into the pan. You could probably pour a little bit more. Just eyeball it. Once you have your olive oil in the pan, you can move it around a little bit to make sure that it gets all over the pan. And now I'm going to start to put my shrimp into my pan. Okay, now that I've got my shrimp, now that I've just about gotten all of my shrimp into the pan, I am going to now put in my seasoning. So I'm going to put in my 1/4 of garlic, sprinkle it in there lightly. 1/4 of salt. Do the same, sprinkle it in there lightly too. And now I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoons of my honey garlic seasoning. You're going to use the 1/4 teaspoon for your garlic and your salt. And now you're going to use your 1/2 teaspoon for your honey garlic. Okay, sprinkle this in there lightly too. Okay, and cut. Okay, so now what you're going to do is get a wooden spoon or spatula, depending on whichever you have, and move the shrimp in the pot or pan, and make sure to flip it so that way it's not gray like it is now and it turns pink. Right now, you are basically sauteing your shrimp, but you will not need to do anything else right now, but just cook your shrimp. When it turns fully pink, that's when you know it is fully cooked. If it starts to pop, you could turn it down a little bit, but make sure it's on the same heat that can still cook it. Right now, your shrimp should probably only take a couple of minutes. And if you love seafood, seafood, this recipe is very good and I would recommend this perfectly. It's very easy to make too, and you only need a couple of ingredients. There are around only 19 steps, but you'll get through them very fast. And cut. So now that my shrimp is just about done, what I'm gonna do is put the top on my shrimp. I'm gonna turn my shrimp down a little bit. And next, cut. So now that my shrimp is just about done, what I'm gonna do is put the top on my shrimp. I'm gonna turn my shrimp down a little bit. And next, cut. Now you're gonna wanna cut up your shrimp into small, tiny bits. Not too small though, you still have to be able to see them. Okay, now once your shrimp is cut up, you're going to place your shrimp on your pizza. You can scoop it on if it's hot, but you're going to want to spread your shrimp out. Okay, and spread it out just a little bit. Okay, now you're going to let the oven cook. So since it is almost at 4, once it gets to, okay. So now we're on our third to last, well actually our fourth to last step. What you'll be doing is since you've already put your shrimp on your pizza, now just to secure the shrimp onto the pizza, you're gonna need to put a little bit more cheese. Make sure you cover the shrimp up a little bit, that way it stays stuck. And that should be around enough cheese. You're gonna wanna make sure that once it's on here, you keep it like that pizza. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is since your oven should be already preheated to 400 degrees, we're gonna put this pizza into the oven. You're going to want to put it on the middle rack. and you're gonna want to put it on the middle rack. That way it doesn't get too hot nor too cold, and cooks just about in the middle. So we're gonna put this one in here too, if it can fit. It can. Okay, now you're gonna want to let this cook for between 2 to 3 minutes if you got your pita when it was frozen. But if it's not frozen like mine is, you will need to cook it for 5 to 6 minutes. I'm going to turn it on 5 minutes. That way, in case I put this on too long, I don't put it on too long and burn my pizza. Okay, and cut. So now my pizza is done. It's been cooking for 5 minutes. So now let's open the oven and get our pizzas out. They may be a little hot, so I would recommend using oven mitts. Don't use anything else but oven mitts. And it'll look like this. You're gonna wanna let it cool for a couple minutes. And once you let it cool for about, you could say about 10 to 15 minutes, you can go ahead and eat. Well, that is all, and see you next time, guys, and thank you for the 20 subscribers. This is how your pizzas should end up, but if you want to add anything else while you can, please add it unless it's raw, but then if it's raw, you gotta do the entire process over again. Just put cheese on top of it after you've cooked it. Bye, see you next time. Okay.